Live. All right.
Let me crank that now.
You can do it if you want. You can crank it down.
Say again. Let me do it.
It don't matter. I don't need it cranked down. It's fine where it is.
Okay.
Use that as a stopper. All right. Let's see. We're at. I think these are 48s. Yeah, these are 48s. All right. So let's do. Eight, 9. It's just a template of a stair landing. That is 42, and it's an eighth, and that is 41 and 3/4. 41, 3/4. That way, that's wall. That's wall. This is 42 and an eighth. This is going to have to be 44.
How old is this?
2 weeks maybe.
I'm gonna put it in the car.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, crap. 40.
almost seemed like we should have music or something. Hey everybody, if you're just joining us, we're kind of just starting on the afternoon projects. We have cut down some stairs that we have templated. We're getting ready to do a couple of landings for a project we have coming up. We usually template those off-site, so if you haven't been with us earlier today, we template those and then cut them in the shop, and then sand them and stain them, and then bring them back. So it's just a one-day project. If you're live on the chat, don't forget to say hello. Hope everybody's doing okay on this Sunday. It's definitely much better weather where we are in Western North Carolina. Right now we're going to map out the 2 landings that we have, make sure that they fit, and then possibly
All right.
other projects.
Looks pretty cut and dry.
Also, if you have any questions or any comments, you're welcome to send us as well.
Yeah, I'll put that down. They're 44 wide. I need the nose to come out here. That'll kind of be adjusted. I haven't really been talking. Hello, everybody. If somebody's watching, I'm just trying to get some measurements for my landings. My templates are back over here. I have Heidi over there sanding down those butcher block walnut tops to kind of finish. That way I can take those back with me this afternoon. So these are 48 and they're going to be 11. So they're 11 and a half ish right now. Yeah, really 11 and 9/16. No, yeah. They're right at about 11 and 9/16. Cut off the bull nose at 11. 44 long, so this is going to be facing out. This will be the bull nose here. The treads will kind of be in here. Same thing with this. Treads will be as you're walking up onto each one. Up, and this one's turned the other way. This will be up. Walking down, though, there'll be lines going this way. Walking down, there'll be lines going this way. Then when you clean it, I'm not gonna zigzag or anything like that. More fill? You can put a super glue over top of it too and try to lock it in. Did you find that delamination on the back? You throw some super glue in that. That way it just doesn't catch. Just glue it down. That way it doesn't catch. Yeah, on the butcher block, when you cut it, Sometimes you have delaminations that kind of pop out. Kind of sucks, but what do you do? All right, so if I'm going this way, it's going to both be at 44. Can it really be that nice and easy? So if I cut them down to 11, and I need 44 inches to the bull nose. If I do 4 planks each, add 11, 11 times 4 is 44. That is awesome. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need 8. Oh, if you check my math just in case. I need 8. I have 9. So it doesn't look like, unless we really royally screw up.
You needed 9, or you needed 8. You have 9.
Yeah, I have 2 landings. I have a profile here. If I'm cutting down them to 11, that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I need 44 and 44. So that's, and then this way is less because it's sideways, and I got 48 out.
So think about it overnight. Let me know if you want to cancel it or not.
Yeah, we should be fine. I'm gonna make them today, so we'll know if we have anything major issues. Put them together, cut them, then we'll just pull them apart and stain them. So that should be fine. I don't know if we have the oil here. Do we have the oil there or here? I'll probably just oil them when we get there. I'll probably screw them down, or if you want to screw them down, you can.
Say hello to the chat, Mike.
Hello.
What's this?
I think that's it.
This is oil. I think it is.
That's either butcher block oil or baby oil, and I don't use baby oil that
baby
much.
Oil. That's butcher block oil.
You knew I was going to say that.
Ew.
That's probably
yeah, we
mineral
don't have
spirits.
baby oil in the shop. That's a whole nother level of ick factor. Okay, we're going to stop with that commentary.
Yeah. Oil the crap out of them. All the nice edges. Did you round these off a little bit? Yeah, those are kind of nice and done. And all right, yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah. So anyway, I was gonna be over here, just kind of showing what I'm doing. I was just laying out my template pieces there with the, just making sure I'm not wrong. You know, 2 mics don't make a right, but they do make a YouTube live.
So this is the ebony you have?
Sure.
It says ebony.
Huh?
That says ebony.
Okay. Ivory. Yeah,
Do I even want to know what you're singing?
Ebony and Ivory.
Is that what you're singing?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Every
funny.
time you say ebony and Ivory.
Is that a song?
Yeah, it's like is 80s or 70s? You sure it's 80s? Heidi says it's 80s. Everybody, is Ebony and Ivory the song from the 70s or 80s? I was thinking like 79.
And I don't know.
You have to trivia it.
I wouldn't even know.
Oh my gosh.
Milli Vanilli.
No.
They lip synced it, right?
No, I don't know. I don't remember. Was it oh my gosh. I would have known if you wouldn't asked me it. But now that you asked me it, I don't know. Stevie Wonder.
Did you
I
look
was
it up?
thinking
Well,
really?
you don't get any points. So
82.
Paul McCartney and who?
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Okay. Yeah, but you looked it up. You cheated. True. At least until the next person
Waiting for the
Googled it.
YouTube land to tell us, because Because I don't know.
No, that's definitely the butcher block stuff.
Yep.
Do you need more paper towels?
What?
Talking about for the butcher block conditioner.
Oh.
You can make it like 1,000 small shells with all those offcuts.
Sure. Sounds like something somebody else can do.
I don't need that many small shells. I didn't find any hardware. I think they're all in truck.
Probably are in the truck. They're either in a truck or they're on that thing back of there. All right, let me cut these real quick. Somebody
Where?
turned my vacuum off the wrong way. The wrong way. All right, we're having a sale on oak bullnose pieces.
I wonder if he wants us to
10 per $1 million.
you and I can do that. Like, pardon my garlic breath.
Ow. It hurt. All right, so I need 8 of those. That's right. Gotta make sure I don't cut off too many.
Yeah. He has them everywhere. No, I know what you're doing.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll make these like a tongue and groove. Off to the side here, we'll make these like a tongue and groove. And then on the shaper, which I gotta move some stuff around to get to the shaper, but we'll put the bit in and we'll put those together. These we'll usually keep just in case. I mean, I don't think you can make a whole dowel out of it, can you? It's like a, you would do some weird kind of funky glue up. I guess you could do that to make an oval of some sort. They're not really useful for too much, but in case you got to tack something on instead of buying it, we'll just throw this in the side, and then if we don't use it in a while, we'll just throw it away. But it's pretty cool to hold on to for a little bit. I have three over here that I did not cut down, that we will have to do. I think they're going to say like and subscribe if you haven't already. Enter to receive a view appreciation prize, all that fun stuff. All right, so I'll just throw this off the side. That's all I'm cutting down.
Hopefully you're doing okay.
Off of these. So I don't need any other ones because the other ones are the bull nose that are actually sticking out of the tread, and I have one extra just in case of stuff. So I have two choices. One, I can do a tongue and groove in this. I gotta see what my bit are like. I think I only have, I gotta see what the depth is on it. That way it covers it all. And I can do an in and out tongue and groove. Which might be nice. And then I'll just cut off the whatever on the back side. I'll cut that off and line that in. Which will be pretty easy. But I don't think this is going to be. This is probably a little over 3/4. I don't think this is a true 1 inch. So, and we have other options. So here's the lower bit with the teeth, the middle bit, and that. So it's right there. I mean, it's so close, but there is about a 1/16 of a lip. And that's just on there for, that's a little heavy 1/16. So I'm not going to use that. I think I'm going to spline them all in, which will probably be better. That way I can control it a little bit more. Or if I need to, I'm going to run a 1/2 inch cut into here with a bit. That way I can adjust it out in the field if I want to as I put it together. If I need to cut some of that down to get this in, or not put it in at all because I'm having such an issue, because some of it's going to be wrapping around things, that I can do that. So I was just seeing if this would actually work, but it might be more trouble than it's worth on this particular project. So we're not going to use the Hermana tongue and groove tool set. It says 1 inch, but it's not really. I mean, the cutting heads are so close to being that I might have tear out. I don't really want tear out. let's see, I have a 1/2 inch bit. That's an 1.5 inch bit. That's not gonna be good at all. And I think in there I have a 3/4, which I don't really want to do 3/4. That's a big, yeah, that's way too much. That'd be too thin on the sides. Nobody wants that. So we're gonna pull that out to put that in, y'all. Move some stuff around. Anybody out there? Hello, everybody. Ooh. Easy. All right. Usually I just kind of put this.
Morning, Kevin.
Hello. Put that right over there. We'll move y'all back over in this region. There's Heidi over there doing something fun. I'll put that right there. Actually, let's orientate that this way. Put the locks on. I'll have to get a extension cord out here. Lock my wheels. This is a very versatile shaper. This is only. Heidi, you got the same one, right? You got the same. She has the same shaper. She might have more bits than I do. I gotta go raid her bit section. Wrong side. Yeah, so I usually have it turned this way with the dust collection that way. So I misoriented myself. So I got to run these. So if I run them, I want a clear path. And plus, y'all can see what I'm doing. Got to lock the chuck in. And get your handy dandy Allen key out. I think they're making fun of me, y'all. It's so not nice. So not nice. Are they being nice, y'all? I don't know. I think it's funny, but what do I know?
You're gonna have to dance if you're gonna be back there doing.
Yeah, you gotta do like the gas
flagger.
station, the flagging people that. There you go. And if y'all are first time in, we don't take ourselves seriously. I mean, we're not saving lives here. It's just woodworking and fun woodworking. You're not having fun, go home. Yeah, you can't be too serious when you're woodworking. All right. She'll readdress that a little bit later.
So if you're new to the channel, we just reached 500 subscribers. We do have a short video that is out. It's going to be up for a week.
All right, I'm just getting
You're
this other.
Subscribe to the channel and leave a comment.
And you have box stuff. Yeah, it was like a 2-in-1 thing. Promotional, and we got rid of the boxes that I built my desk out of. It's up on there a while ago. I don't know.
kind of checking in.
All
If you
right.
have any questions,
Now,
I'm happy to answer your questions right now. We're working on the stair project.
gotta put that down.
And a few other items.
Gotta remember which way. Uh-oh. Which way's the carbide go, y'all? Carbide go that way, carbide go that way. Carbide goes this way. Reverse. If not, I'm taking this thing back off and doing it. It's like a burr or something in here. Yeah, there is. There is like a burr. There isn't a burr. It's a burr. Don't know how that happened. Probably need your help stabilizing the run and feeding them through. I got to run one side of these, just two of them, because these are my face frame or my faces. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. I give you this. It's a metal burr. Just throw it in the trash. I think it came out.
I don't think we could ever have enough trash cans.
Yeah, we'll do.
I could have 22 of them.
One of those each when we get the. We'll use one of the. Can you grab me one of the little cutoffs? We'll use that as the marker engager thing, and then we'll just cut the spline material after we're done. And that leaves us with one extra. Yeah, we'll just kind of gauge this that way because it's smaller. To center. If you want to find center of center, which what that should be, 1/2 inch, right? Let's use a set of blocks. These are the cool things. And you don't have to buy the expensive woodpeckers. Yeah, buy the cheapies. Buy the ones off of Amazon for like $15 or whatever they are. So that is a 1/2 inch bit. So 1/2 inch. I can't really see my measurements here. This looks like quarter. Yeah, it's quarter. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go theoretically in the middle of this. So if it's 1/2 inch material, I got a 1 inch stair tread. So I'm gonna leave a quarter up and down. Sound right? Ah, too much. Too much, too fast. You only feel a little bit of pressure. Is it good? Looks good. Let me get it. Well, it wasn't on the. Oh, you weren't on the blade. That's why. You weren't all the way on the blade. There we go. Man, I got to quit going down instead of up. Yeah, it's pretty much right there. I'm going up instead of down. And it's so close. I think that's fine. Yeah. And that's all you really got to do. That'll cut in the middle. It's a nice tension right there. Lock it back down and we're done. That's all the bit setup you kind of got to do. I much rather prefer the shapers over the whatchamacalliters, the routers. The routers are too damn loud, too annoying.
We'll do the next giveaway a little bit broader. Kevin's I've been talking to Kevin, so he's in Canada. So unfortunately, not this giveaway, but I said the next one will go a little broader at 1,000.
Yeah. I didn't even think about the Canadians.
As far as the giveaway.
Yes, the giveaway idea of the can. I
Toronto.
always think of Canadians. They're always on my mind. You know why? Because it's cooler up there. I'm envious. Yes.
That's what he just said. They have cool weather right now.
I'm quite envious of them. The other thing is that
Correct. Yes.
there's a couple cool YouTubers up in
Regarding
in
the
that region.
monetization.
Then I'm gonna pull my 1/2 inch block. I think 1/2 inch in. I think 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch in. That way I could do a 1 inch spline, 15/16 ish. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm from Michigan. It's practically Canada.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, you have a rough time here in the summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very hot here.
Definitely stay out of Florida.
But for us Florida people, this was a nice cool breeze. Perspective's interesting.
What's that?
Perspective is interesting.
Yes. Yes.
But y'all's winters, I don't know. Said I don't know if I had that kind of clothes for the winter. For Canada, Michigan. I'd have to wear a robe above my clothes. Like a
crosswise is
snuggie.
pretty good.
Walk around in a snuggie.
Had to set the fence off. All right. Do a test run. I need an extension cord, or just unplug the Festool and kind of walk that over. Maybe, unless it's
Actually,
a big ball of
you
extension
kind of
cord.
bring up a good point. We didn't think about Canada for the giveaway, but some of the postal prices have increased. We'll definitely look at that for the next giveaway. Thanks for bringing that up.
All right.
That's very warm. When do you start to see fall?
I didn't tighten it down, but luckily, I had it at my 0 anyway. I just had it all the way back. At least the fence was set up. I don't have to worry about that. All right. Let's kick it on. Let's go in reverse. Huh? So it's a little high on one side, low on the other. I don't even know. I didn't really check to see if this was an actual true. It's actually bigger. So yeah, I mean, I can go. Did I flip it? Yeah, I flipped it. I don't think it will. I just gotta make sure I get the right side up, upside down. So we'll just have to mark which is up or which is actually down because we'll sand up. So
you're just testing it right now?
Yeah, we're just doing a test, make sure that it's doesn't have to be perfect, but we're just doing the splines. That way I can put a piece of 1/2 inch board in here and make a tongue and groove on both sides. Which would be better anyway. It's like this because of the thicker.
Hey, Benner, welcome back.
The thickness will be on the thicker side. Hello. All right, so let's do that.
Just say hi, Kevin. Hi, Benner.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Benner.
There you go. Just do what I tell you to do. Everything will be all right.
That's the motto, man. That's the way I run. All right, I'll grab the Sharpie. X will be down. X to
You need a Sharpie budget too, like some banners that say need Sharpies, need sandpaper.
Sharpies. All right, I'm just gonna run 2 of these, and those on both sides. One will be on one side, so 2 will be on. I'll do it. I got it all figured out. Don't
We're at
trust me.
Kevin. Well, I mean, not the specific city, but we're at around. I'm not demanding.
There you go.
If I was demanding, we wouldn't have more stuff that's his than mine. He has 3 times as much stuff as I do. Not counting the tools.
Ah. I don't usually try to take my hand off, but I did there. And see, you gotta be careful.
Okay. That's a lot warmer.
Shit, good. All right. Nice. Nice.
We're going to be off and on most of the week this week. We're on the where the other place is in the Crystal River.
I don't know if we talked about it, but this stuff is phenomenal. You can put it on your surfaces,
West Coast Florida,
on your saws, on your router bits, on your saw blades, and it actually really feeds really well. You'll see it'll feed a little bit better. That is the bottom. All right, we're going to X the bottom. That way we don't get them ever confused. We'll number them later once we get them all laid out. It's a lot better. Super better.
is what realistic?
Little bob trick. Got it? Alright, now we're only going to do one side of these, 2 of them. Huh? No. Thank you. Exactly. Alright. Hey, measure down. Ow! Yeah, nice one. All right, let me do some emergency surgery on myself. Yeah, that's half of it. That was a good one. See YouTube? That's how dangerous my life is as a woodworker. The thing almost killed me. It came out of nowhere. What's up? Yeah, we could do multiple passes and everything on it. It's gonna get sanded. This is just the tongue and groove, y'all. You know, we're just grooving. It's not that big of a deal. If it was like a finished panel, this is just going to be theoretically decking, so it's not super high stress, super high function. Again, this is just the way I do it. You can do it however you want. You can do one pass, two pass, three passes, five passes more. You can be here all day, all night. If you're at a hobby shop and you have all the time in the world, it's sky's the limit. If you just like making passes, that's the ability that you can do. Um, but not a real big deal. I like taking it all at once, don't you? Just get it all done, get it all over with. Um, we're not taking off a ton. I mean, it's only a half inch, and I'm only 3/8 in. So, I mean, theoretically, I can nibble off 3/16 at a time. These carbites are huge. This isn't a high RPM. Not a big deal. All right. Adjust that in just a little bit. Spin it.
Question is the 3M spray more a lube or a cleaner?
Is the what?
The 3M spray, what is it for?
Smoothie, easeability.
Lubrication more than
lubrication. Well, it's a dry lubrication. So what it does is it makes the work surface almost like air hockey. You can almost glide across it. So it releases the tension on the bit itself and on the work surfaces. So if you spray the area like your fence and all that, it cuts down on the friction. And it's a dry spray, so it doesn't gum up all your crap and get disgusting and get all in your workpiece. But if you go like that, it makes everything smoother. Again, it cuts down the bits don't get as hot. They eat better. That's why I'm able to run at full capacity and do the 3/8 cut. Just stuff like that. You might have to move that in. But that would just glide where it jumps around because it has the ability to move. Done. All right. It's dancing. And we could, and we are going to get an auto feed back in the shop for just cases like this, where you're doing bigger lumber. And it's not really tearing it up at all. There's no big, this is red oak, and there's no real big chip outs. My splinter attack wasn't on anything I cut already. It was just out of just machine cuts that came off, that's all. Got it? Thank you. Yep. Yeah. It's the plug for the push down feeders. You have those on yours?
I think so.
Yeah, mine are over there in a container or something like that. It's just vibrated out. So instead of it getting swooped up pinball style on the
Okay.
in the shaper, tighten that bad boy back up. It's just to hold. They have these little things that come up. You pull these back. These things come up and kind of put tension on the piece if you want them. We'll start this one all the way over again. Didn't like that at all. Did you chip out at all? No, no chippage. All right. That's up. That almost fooled me for a second there. I had the other side up, or this side up, but this, so do I. That side's better. Thank you. Alrighty, last pass. Yeah, last pass. Got it? Alrighty. That's kind of all you got to do. Clean up after yourself. Alright. My table saw wasn't open. That's why all the dust earlier. Alright. So those are all done and ran. I don't know who's all talking or what's all going on. Hope I didn't freak too many people out or cause controversy on the old interweb there. That's some controversial stuff, you know. Going all at once, taking a big old bite out of everything, and then not doing everything that you can do, and doing the things that you're used to doing and want to do. And I always try to tell people there's a fine line between doing everything the in paper, on the books, what every YouTuber does, versus what's comfortable to you. And you got to do what's comfortable to you. If you're not comfortable doing it, don't do it. Um, just because somebody says it's right on the internet, I'll tell you what I do. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. You won't get the whole preaching. You have to do this, or you're not a real woodworker if you don't do this right. No, that's not true. There's a million different ways to do it. As long as you're doing it right and safe, doesn't matter one bit. Especially to me, I like seeing different ways people do stuff. If it was the same, we'd all drive vanilla cars, live in vanilla houses, and be all vanilla. And I'm not into that.
You're not into what?
My God, somebody use this as like a stepping stone. All right, this is my only extra one.
Today.
Put that right there.
Do you still want the other ones to come?
I couldn't hear you. What?
Do you still want me to have the other ones come, or you just want
I
the
can't hear you.
Do you still want the one extra one, or you want the other ones to come?
I'm going to sand it and stain it.
Mhm.
That way it's in the rotation.
So just the one is fine.
Just the one. So that way it's probably going to be better or good. Let me get these off. All right, so all I have to do is I have to blow these off, wipe these down. We'll do the preconditioner on these since they're bigger pieces and all that. I'm just moving them out of the way. That way we can put the landings up and put the templates against them. And then cut them with the track saw. All right, that is good. All right.
Do you want to assemble this?
I'm coming.
Do you want to assemble this?
What was that? What?
Do you want to assemble that? That way it's...
No, that's that raw one. I don't want to do anything with that right now.
Okay.
Maybe put it behind there. That way it's out of the way. But other than that, no, I don't need to do anything with that. And you got drinks. What do you do?
I'm going to leave that one alone, Kevin.
Fine said hello everybody. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, enter to, if you're watching, you need to be subscribed in public and enter. You can do that in public, not some other stuff. But definitely subscribe in public, make yourself known, stand up, make yourself known, and put it out there. That way you can enter to win some prizes we have for just like viewer loyalty and kind of keeping up with us and supporting the channel and all that kind of fun stuff. There's a video in the, I don't know if you can link it to this chat, but it's in the shorts that we have in the last couple days. So recent short. We didn't want to clog up the shorts too much lately, so we'll probably be putting a little bit more live videos out there, and this week, and a bunch more, a little bit longer videos. Probably there'll be YouTube highlight videos like we're doing today, a highlight of earlier and a highlight of now. Oh. All right. Let me move my table saw over. Let me know if you need me. We'll kind of check to make sure there's no real big bows or warpages, that they'll go together pretty good. This is a landing. We only need 4 per. So that one and that one are doubles. Don't need that. This is a back. So there. Hang on. You got that. You got the back for the next one. And then you got the bull nose for here. And then what we'll do is we'll cut those spline pieces out of some oak later on. I might have to clean a few of these up. They don't have to be perfect joinery because they are floor. So with the flooring, we don't really worry about them that much. We will pre-color them, and we'll color all the way around them going down. That way when they're joined together, you won't see kind of anything in there, but you will have your grooves. They will be glued on site. Sometimes we'll use flooring adhesive instead, a light color, like see if they have a flooring adhesive that is ebony. But there's my my piece. I can kind of lay it out, figure it all out. There's my profile. There's what I got hanging over. My overhang, my backer, which is going to be, or my kick, my riser, whatever you want to call it, will be 3/4. And then there'll be like an inch and something overhang. This is really wonky out here, so I got to kind of try to split the difference. I have to even this up. I'll probably put a board over on this back side here where I am. And then I'll make sure these are all flush-ish. Probably move it all the way over so I get the maximum. I can kind of keep those as cutoffs or whatever, and especially if this is straight. If one side is straight and I don't have to cut very much off, I'd rather cut it off of, like if it's going this way, I'll cut it there. I'll leave this. I'll notch this all around, and then I'll cut that other end, leaving this as my 0 back here. So it's not that big of a deal. Find a piece of scrap. Don't hit me. Alrighty. And Heidi, you're liking that safety or super glue, aren't you? Whew. It's enough to get you somewhere. grab my piece of ash. Knock half my junk over. Yeah, she's not really that straight. Trying to find a straight scrap, smaller piece of wood, y'all. Trim. Got all kinds of splinters on me. Got something for you.
Hardware?
Yep. 2 pieces of hardware.
How many?
2.
We need 4 though.
2.
We need 2 more.
No, you don't. There's 2.
There's a drawer, isn't there? Oh, they're just cabinets.
Yep. No drawers.
Okay. Where are the mounting screws?
Yeah, that's not my problem. There's a bag somewhere, I think, over by the mortar center, behind the camera. Maybe find them there. I have 2 more over here.
Oh, goody. The bag of fun screws.
That's all I got. And then once you draw your lines onto here, doesn't matter if these are shifted over or under. That doesn't really matter that much. As long as when you do this, you're doing it kind of straight-ish. And then you can draw a line the rest of the way with a ruler or something. Go to the other side. I haven't drilled the holes yet.
Obviously. Have about 15 different styles of hardware, but hey, that's what happens when you have overflow.
So anyway,
Extra.
I know I got to trim this up some.
Better than having no storage. Look good. And then have a lifetime of
template
different kind of cabinet hardware
under
screws
the baseboard
from all the different styles that we do. You always have extra of everything.
Like 2 or 3.
Well, it's better to have too many than not enough.
I think that's going to be right here. And then this is
probably
zero
enough of
right
the landing.
here.
I have 4 more coming tomorrow just in case. Let's see who's on here. I'm going to kill myself with this chair. I'm not used to it being there.
Some of these will have to cut with the multi-tool of madness because it's a...
If you're just joining us, just say hello.
Not right. What's up?
Care Bear stare. What you got?
Nothing. Just gotta line stuff up and cut things, and then I gotta label them A, B, C, and
D.
A, B, C, D.
Right?
I can count.
I'm sure you can. 1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 3, 8, 10. It's the way I spend money. I am good at that. All right, let's throw that over there.
There you go.
Oh yeah, yeah. We need to. He's walking around with the suggestion boards and the. Let you know what you need to do. I feel like I'm on some kind of Telemundo thing with somebody in a chicken
That's
outfit's
why
gonna
I
run
thought
around.
the Halloween people.
All right.
You know what I mean? In the background, like that. Exactly.
There we go. Let me take off that other mark. Do what? No, I think we're pretty good. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah. No, you can hang out as long as you want. Yep. There's tons of cuts, tons of working on these things. Yeah. Yep. Might need to look and see if what kind of if you have any of these bits on your or anything close to these bits that kind of match up to this. Maybe. Yeah, because I don't know anything about this. I might have to remake this in some kind of way with just layeredness or something. That's not standard at all. We can see if anything matches. Something might match this. No, that's the other way. I have it the other way. I have the opposite of to make this. I don't have the opposite to. Well, it might be close. I don't know. Hold that for a second. Let's see. The only bit I have that even comes close now, that's not even close, is that puppy. And that's not. Yeah, these are kind of beat to hell too. Yeah, they are. The whole things are heavy. Try getting those down staircases. We had to pivot, because that one wouldn't fit out the elevator. Neither one of them would, so we had to like lift them and rotate them over. Yeah, just like Friends, guys. We had to pivot. Yeah, it was. You had to like lift them up and around and down a staircase. It was fun. Big heavy things. So this is what my day consists of now, is in the shop some days, talking to myself more than I used to. No, not really. Not really at all. All right. Get this jump. You talking to me?
Yeah. Well, no, you want to put the hardware on first.
Huh?
You want to put the hardware on first?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the hardware on first. I'll do that in a minute, before I cut this stuff down. take a small break from this. That way my brain doesn't melt. All right, we'll see you next time. Don't forget anything. You got your drinks.
Yep, got my stove. I just put it on the laptop and it's
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to do polyurethane or anything. It's just going to be a catch-all.
I love the
Yeah. Yeah. Artificial stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Couple coats saturated in. All right, thanks. We'll see you next time. All right, that should be the markings that we need. I can bring the miter saw back up. I need to label these what these are, and then I can go ahead and do them. So this is going to be 9A. And then what I'm going to do is put the arrow this way. It's going out. This will be out. This will be 9B. This will be the arrow out. This will be 9C. Yeah, got my arrow out. Okay. Let's have the arrow out, which we know. And this will be 9D. So, if I want to pay attention to you, either she'll or I will check chat in a minute. Welcome. You all talk amongst yourselves. If you have questions, you can let me know. I am making stair landings. So I got them all dadoed in where I can just make a spline, put it in as I need it. I don't have to go all the way through with it if I don't want to or need to kind of manipulate it. It's just going to be for stability of working in and out. This will have a movable, permeable, I guess you would call it, section that it'll be glued down, but it'll be glued down with tread lock to where it locks it in, but still has a little bit of buoyancy movement. That way the boards can contract and expand. So we'll have that done. This is to the end. There will be a kick over this side, so I will have a little bit of wiggle room because this is going all the way to the exposed piece. I will have this covered over here, so I can actually shift this a little bit that way. And if I have to put any fillers in or whatever, I can. I'm leaving it tight cut right now. If I have to trim it in, I will. I'm not overcutting it at all. I'm just cutting it at the size of the maximum yield that would fit where this template would fit in at. So once that template is on and in, I have this little bend I have to accommodate for. It's all labeled. It's all ready. All my arrows go out towards the wall. This is the wall over here. I can put that on there. This is the wall. And if I have to, once I get in there, I know how long these are. These are 11. So we'll probably put down this first, make sure this fits. Run a measuring tape back to here, then back over there. That way, if I have 33, I know that's good. If I don't have 33, I have to put something there, shift this back, or move something around. So and then I'll place this one first, then this one, then this one, then this one last. This one would be harder. It might just get splined in here, kind of like a domino, to kind of push in or that. So it just really depends on what I can do on site. I'll dry fit it. These will be pre-stained and clear coated. If I have to do any touch-ups, I will, but they'll be pre-stained, pre-cut, ready to go in, and then all you really have to do is try to fit them into the space. It's a little bit trickier with the notches and the different angles, especially on this one. This goes around a newel post section, so this is going to be the hard one to really fit in there. And if I have to, I can always go in reverse. I can always place this one first, put that in there, and then just kind of drop it in, and then hopefully try to take off the baseboard if I have to, which would give me the room, drop this one in, and then restart. Since it's only ½ inch in, baseboard is 5/8 to 3/4, and I can just easily pull that baseboard off and then reattach it. It's not a big deal. So that is something that can be done just to cheat. If you can't get it in like this or the other way, you can always start at the front, work your way back, and drop this in at an angle. It's just easy that way. So making a landing. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing again because I have my lines done on here. So I'm just going to make them a little bit more easy to see with my little Amazon woodpecker copy looking thing here. And again, you don't have to spend $1 million on your tools. You can buy the Harbor Freight version. You can buy the Amazon version of the tool. That's all I have. I just buy them in red. That way they look cool on camera. And I like them because you can see them. That's the bigger thing. You can actually see these tools versus not. That's why I do like the reds and stuff like that of these tools, because they're noticeable. You can actually see them instead of having to hunt for them half the time. If they're a different color than a black tool or a wood tool or a metal colored tool, but again, if you're in here, like, subscribe, leave a comment, enter to win our appreciation giveaway. If I haven't said hello to you and you are in here and you're wondering why I haven't, because I haven't been watching chat, but hello. Holly will kind of fill me in when she gets back in the shop in just a few minutes of what I need to say. I am going to take these and somehow make something not happen very good. I don't know what that was. All right, let me move these over. Now I can cut these with the track saw, or I can just set the miter saw up and cut them off with the miter saw at the angles I need, and then cut these out. And I'll probably just do that because it's easier than setting up the track saw. It really is. What's going on?
Just moving some stuff around.
Ready.
Hey everybody, if you're still in the chat, make sure you say hello. Ask any questions you want to ask. We're going to be working on one more landing in here all week. Trying to get caught up. Projects out.
Yep, just kind of moving stuff around and getting things done. Finishing up a bunch of projects, starting new projects. Got a lot of new projects coming up. A lot of new stuff coming up. This is the same thing. Same direction. Just moving this stuff around, y'all. And again, the biggest thing is we do stuff different than everybody else. Everybody does stuff different, or everybody does stuff the way that somebody else recommended them to do, which is fine too. You can do it the same old way it's been done for centuries, or you can just do it your own way if it makes sense and nobody gets hurt and all that fun stuff. So I like doing stuff the way I want to do it, or I'm used to doing it. Um, that is not going to be good. That's way too much of a gap. See, when that pulls together, that'll be fine. This one, I need to clean up. I need to run this on the. I need to find out which one has that bow in it. I think it's this one. Switch this around because this ain't set yet. See if it's this one or the other one that's doing it. Yeah, it might be this one. Come on. Yeah, it's this one. I need to shave this down a little bit. Make that straighter. So I will do that. I'll get set up to do that.
Benners was just saying it was neat to see our journey on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, we're going. It's moving. I know it's probably actually what it looks like. I mean, I hope is it's faster than some people have had, because sometimes the YouTube algorithm is not happy enough. But we've been doing it and kind of
Learning as we go.
Some good time, and
we would still be working. Now we're just adding YouTube in.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, I'd be doing the same thing, y'all.
We're just kind of sharing what we do and coming along with it.
I'm just going to use a little Lee Nielsen. See if I can't take a little tiny bit of that off. Oh, this is set. It might be set a little too deep.
Are you traveling anywhere this week, Benners?
Man. Also, too, it's been kind of fun that we didn't really participate in YouTube all that much. I never did before we kind of started. Then I started kind of looking to see what every other creator was out there doing, and they were doing lives and all kinds of other stuff, and it actually was kind of cool. I'm seeing what everybody else is kind of doing. It kind of opened us up to different, meeting different people and seeing different things that people do. It's actually been kind of entertaining. I'm just going to try to see if I can't plane something. I don't have a big plane. I don't have a big hand plane. Your cart's not running. All right, I'll take this over here. I just have a little Lee Nielsen, little brasser.
That's on your big list of things.
Yeah, it's on my big list. Some better hand tools. Just gonna Just shave that up. Just make some. Now, if the dog was here, the dog would try to eat that. Dog loves stuff like that. He thinks it's like some
they're
kind of
cornflakes.
magical dessert or something. And I have done a pretty good job at sharpening this. I need to get a better sharpening tool. All right, let's see if that closes that gappage at all. I'll bring you back over in a second. I'll just keep talking to you. But yeah, it hopefully works. I just got a little bit left. Looks like just a tiny bit left, and that'll close that gap up enough. Yeah, the bigger hand tools, the sharpening tools, the knife making stuff again, that's on the list. We got rid of a lot of that stuff. Unfortunately, when we kind of moved or expanded, I guess you would say, we didn't really 100% move, we expanded. One, to finance other things, two, because it's hell even storing it. And if you store it down in Florida, it gets all gross and it rusts. And we didn't want to have all of it either in a Connex or in a storage unit or pay an air conditioned storage unit. So it's just easier to kind of get rid of it for now and get it back later, get better stuff. My sides are what are kind of holding it up. And again, this is just flooring. This isn't fine furniture. I might, before I do any of this build or put together, since I have a little bit, yeah, it's looking a lot better. I might go through and hit all of them, just kind of try to clean them up a little bit. I take a little bit off of, I'm a little big here, I'm a little big down here. Take a little bit of that off, and that'll be good. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just kind of trying to shave it up a little bit. I might do it to all of them. Like I said, before I get done, I'll probably shave them up. All I do is I look at my gappage, see where I'm tight. I'm kind of falling in this region and this region. This was my open area. It's really closed up. I'm not going crazy. I'm not taking so much off that it's so hard to correct. If you ask why I don't have a joiner, I don't have a joiner right now. We were going to order a bigger one, but we didn't really have the jobs I needed the joiner for at the moment. So we shifted gears and did something else. But hopefully that should be coming in a month or two. We'll see. We'll see. I don't need a joiner all the time. I just really need to make a rack for my table saw. A joiner board. Get an aluminum piece. Oh yeah, that's so much better, y'all. Yeah, that looks good. Again, this is flooring. I'm gonna take a little bit off of the other side. This was one of the ones I was worried about when I was doing it. I'm gonna take a little bit off this side, and I'm gonna do the other side as well with the profile on it. And what I'm taking off is so minute that you'll probably never even really see that I did it. Just trying to clean up that edge just enough. And what I usually do is if I hit here, I'll go out, I'll go back here a little bit, and then run it. I'll go back here and run it off. That way, if I'm taking off the sides, trying to get the belly, or the sides to go down, and the belly to come out, just don't always hit in the same spot, because then you'll wear down that one spot. once I get that done, I hit this one real quick. And then I can get these cut. I'll lay out the other one. I'll lay out the other pattern. I'll get these cut down and ready to assemble. That's all it is. Just a little. And the hand planes, they're archaic. Yes. This is what we built this country on and this world on, were hand planes all. People did amazing feats with just some hand tools. I think sometimes, ooh, that wasn't good. Sometimes we kind of forget that. That dug in pretty good there. And sometimes you'll have that. Sometimes you'll do an oh no idiot move. All I'll try to do is I'll try to get it out with my knife. Then I'll try to work out the other way. If I have to, I'll put a little bit of filler on it for the morning and sand it out. In the morning. Yeah, see, there's some on this piece. Looks like there's some wicked grain. And if you want to, you can take off the smaller side a little bit. That's not your profile. Just to make it lie a little bit better. Yeah, there's some stuff in this, man. This is some not good wood right here. And you'll run that across. You'll run across where there's not a there's highly figured or not great board that just has something in it that just wants to eat up. Yeah, I can just sand that out, hit a little bit of filler in that. That'll be fine. I got the clothes up enough. And that's all I'll do for tomorrow is I'll have that ready to go. I'll put some filler in it by tonight when I'm done. And this is all I took off. I just took off just a little bit. I mean, it's so minute. That I don't have to really worry about digging in or losing anything. But you can see the dados, the connectors, whatever you want to call them. I call them splines or like key cogs. But if you have it, I'll put a piece of loose tenon in there that is going to be glued together on all these. When I say loose, but semi-loose. I don't go too loose. But that way, that acts as my tongue and groove on my flooring. And allows me to kind of align. Now I am cutting a little bit off of both sides, so you won't really see the misalignment sometimes you have in the forward and backward positions. But now, I can put this against here. I can push all these to wherever I need them to be. Nice and tight there. And then I can just draw my line. This is roughly about the same. If I do 3/4, it gives me about 1 inch and 1/4 there of overhang, which is fine. If I had to in the field, I could always adjust it by cutting it back just a tiny bit. I don't think I need to though, because I think that's about perfect. Yeah, it's about what everybody else is going to be, so that's not bad at all. Tons of the hot glue little sticky thingies going on here. So this one's a little nuts because you got this weird kind of cove thing to. This one's gonna be a nightmare to place. Probably gonna have to definitely set this one in reverse because it is not gonna go in. Yeah, you can do that. You can use your table saw as a joiner. You have to have a sled, or you can use the sliding portion of it and just clamp it down and run it through. On some of the bigger stuff, I'll do that in. Um, you can put some people put like a little L bracket on a cleat of like aluminum, push the aluminum all the way to the fence, put the board on top with little spikes or screws sticking out, put that board in, and it doesn't matter where it is over here, it just runs along the fence. And you can do that as a joiner and use your table saw theoretically. It'll get you, let's call it lumber grade, not box store lumber, but like S3S grade. It'll get you S3S pretty easily, but you'll always have a little bit of an issue. The best way to do it is to have a joiner. You can use a hand plane, and obviously the bigger hand planes work a lot better. But you don't have to have expensive nice stuff. You can have a Harbor Freight hand plane, just keep it sharp. Um, but really, there's multiple ways of doing stuff. I've seen people use a hand plane, like a little battery powered or electric one, to join wood together. Um, you can easily put them together, put your track down on the seam, and just run your track. You know, 30-second on one side, 30-second on the other side. Make sure it's straddling both of the cuts. Run your saw blade down on your track saw, and that gives you a really a perfect joint, because whatever you cut off of this side, it matches on this side, and they just go together. So if it's like your fingers, no matter what you do in alignment and how you move that, it's going to pretty much perfectly match up. So I mean, that is probably almost the better way of doing it, I would say. Uh, it's pretty awesome. I kind of like that method. I'll use that on big stuff. That way I don't even when we have a joiner in the shop, which I just had a little 6-inch Powermatic, and then my other shop I have an 8-inch Powermatic. I use the track saw method all the time. I don't really use a jointer, because when you get to it's good for when you're doing the little stuff, like you're doing the cabinet jobs and you're just cleaning up your boards. So after I cut all my cabinet door parts down, I'll just let them set overnight. Usually one of the last things I do, or the first things I do, and I let them acclimate a day. And then when I come back, I'll clean them up and kind of use them that way. But I don't really do a whole lot of joining, really a whole lot. I mean, I don't, on average, again, we got rid of it. I don't really need it. I don't really utilize it. You can get by without it, like I said, just by using the track saw, really. But I don't use it that often. As much as I thought I would, I don't use it that often. Hopefully I answered your question. Maybe I rambled. Stay. Then I'll usually put my handy dandy drywall thing on and just kind of check it, fix my line if I have to. If I had some glue squeeze out or something, I can kind of draw me a better line. That's better. Nice and thick. And again, I do have baseboard. I do have trim to go around this. I do have some shiftable movement that I can do for this. There is caulk. If you had to use caulk, I don't really love using caulk, but you know, whatever's. Oh, darn it. And this isn't square, so the square not really sitting on there unless I clamp it down, and I don't really want to clamp it down. So I'm just kind of lining it up. That way I can cut it with the miter saw. I mean, I have a big shop to a lot of people. It's like 1,600 square feet, but I walk a lot in here. I want a bigger shop. If I had a bigger shop, you'd walk a lot more. The smaller shops are actually a little bit sometimes easier, especially when you're making small scale stuff. The biggest thing with the big stuff that we do is you got to have the place to put them. You got to have the place to put the incoming and outgoing jobs all the time. That's why we're trying to use up some of the old stock that we had in here, and move some. That way we get some floor space back and get some stuff out of here. If you don't, you just end up with a traffic jam of stuff, and it gets kind of annoying. But for the most part, it's pretty easy to kind of, get around. You just get a lot of steps, and you can see me. I got to go around the table saw almost all the time. So kind of slows you down a little bit. I think I'm going to square this side up. I said I put square on this. So I'm going to square this up. If I got to notch it later, I will. I'm going to do that. And then usually when I do these pieces that are like really elaborate, I'll kind of cut in at an angle. That way I'm not having issues with it. Good question though about the joiner. So we want to see some interaction. If you're in here watching, you might as well ask a question or come up with something, or because we do stuff a little bit different than everybody else. I didn't go to one of those fancy woodworking schools. I just kind of make it up as I go along. And that's the fun of it to me. Just doing what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I was telling, I don't know, many videos and a couple live streams ago, I do stuff different every time just to do something different. If there's 5 ways of making it, I'll make it a different way every time. That way I can experience all 5 ways. So that is roughly what I do. I'll get these done, and then when I get some of these cut, I have the spline to play with. So I'll do the offcuts first, and then when I have the splining material right in front of me, when I have these, that way I can just play with them. I'll get the caliper out, and I'll caliper this. I'll leave me a little bit of glue space and a little bit of wiggle room. That way I still have a little bit of bite, but it's still, I can put it together easily. I'll be like a 30-second small on the, say the vertical portion of it. And then on this, I'll be probably probably about 3/16. Yeah, about 3/16. To maybe an eighth shy, probably an eighth, a 16th on both sides, so probably an eighth. That way I have a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of glue room, and I'm not super pressing against it to where when if it has to go in kind of like this and lock in and then push in, I can do that. And then I'll pop a few little nail holes in here, and I'll pop a couple big nail holes in the body. That way it doesn't shift around and come up and come down. It will have that adhesive in it, so that'll be good. I'm going to take a quick break. If you have anything, or Holly wants to kind of monitor chat.
He said that he was just make up, learn, evolve. Benners.
What was that?
Make up, learn, evolve.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know a lot about a lot of things, and I'm still teaching myself every day, learning new things, learning from y'all, from the community. You just say that's a good idea, and I utilize at least some part in it. Um, I like to if I take my mic off and be talking to nobody.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that. I mean, luckily you're near my mic.
Yeah. Take my mic off and
Babbling
wandered away,
on
so I
and
was gonna take a
on,
break.
and nobody's hearing you.
All right, we're gonna play a game. Everybody in chat, we're gonna play a game. The game is. What is it?
We're going to have to do a short on that as well. Just make it break it.
So I was having a very, fidgety sound. What is that? She can explain if you all get it right or trivia.
He said a cupcake.
Almost. I put it on the Powermatic as a dunce cap, kind of like an Iron Man.
So basically, if we have a tool that's not working or needs maintenance, he sets it on top of it like a dunce cap. That's not what it is. Material is a hard plastic. Some kind of a shaper. They kind of give.
I don't know either. But you tell them the story.
We don't know either, but there was somebody. So what we got it as a gift, a tip from a customer that we did their decorative columns for. It can look more like a juicer. It is from a 3D printer. It is hard plastic. We got it from somebody in South Carolina. A young kid came here, maybe 8 years old, and he knew exactly what it is. I wish we had written it down. Something about it's on TikTok. It is on Instagram, and we didn't write it down, which we should have. It's kind of like
apple pop. Okay.
Yeah, fidget toy is probably closer, but it's something. And I thought maybe it was like the Clemson colors, but that wasn't completely correct. Fidget toy would be closer. When we were thinking about getting a 3D printer, we were intrigued.
Then we can make up little jigs and little. They have a format you can print out dominoes that are just a smidge smaller than what they are for loose fit mock-up joinery.
I almost want to put it on like Reddit or back on YouTube, just a short on it, and then ask somebody, what is this? Someday there's going to be somebody who literally would know what that is in 3 seconds.
But Vendora just going to give you a really bad answer.
I think we've asked 50 people who've come into the shop, even customers, and they didn't know what it was either. I think it's something that's a trend thing. And it's probably got a cool name.
It's probably got a name.
Well, that kid knew what it was.
Yeah.
That'll work. Spiral cone fidget toy.
Huh?
Spiral cone fidget toy.
Sure. I just didn't know if that had a name.
It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a yo-yo or all
I
kinds
thought it
of
was
stuff.
almost like if you have like 10
like a
of them,
squishy.
you can use them to hold up like a piece of wood when you're doing something, you know? But I need like 10 of them. It's different. We kept it because it was different. Now it lives in the shop. I don't know.
To me, it's like a volcano. I don't know.
It's a fidget Christmas tree or mountaintop.
Could be. Let me see it for a second. See if ChatGPT will give me an answer.
All right.
See what ChatGPT says. I'll take.
Might not be good.
Well, if it's PG, I'll say what it says, but I don't know otherwise.
Hang on, y'all. I'm almost back. Infinity spiral. Yeah, probably. Something like that.
It goes all the way through. Like
Yeah.
if you let it drop, it goes all the way through. Impossible cone, spiral fidget toy. Desk fidget toy, optical illusion. So impossible toy. You basically got it. He was close. Exactly. Spiral pass-through cone. It's kind of cool, actually. I didn't realize if you put it upside down, it passes. Did you know it does this all the way through?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. All you gotta do is pick it up once, and you know that.
Well, it told me to turn it upside down.
You can turn upside down, put it through, and
There's
then
no more imagination left. Like when you were a kid, you had to figure out everything for yourself. Now just Google it through ChatGPT. Now I have less time left than a kid, so yeah, this could definitely be a fidget toy. That's kind of cool, actually. They're calling it. It's called an impossible cone.
all right, there she goes. She's all labeled up. All you just gotta do is cut it. For my lovely stiletto. If you ever need a hammer, and hammers are too heavy, this little 10-ounce smooth head stiletto is amazing.
We could play a game called "What's the strangest tip you've ever got?"
The tip? Yeah, we got some odd ones. Yeah, we got some real strange.
What is the customer giving us as a tip? Other than not money.
Yeah. And we don't want to hear about the stranger danger tips. No stranger danger tip. I'm going to put these off to the side. And then I'm going to put my saw back up here.
Any of them come to mind? Fenners?
Then I'm going to cut all these bad boys. That way we can start sanding these down. I got 8 of these to sand down, plus the extra. I'll sand that down too. I'll put that on the table that way I don't forget to sand it down. We usually pre-finish one tread before we take it out as an extra, just in cases.
An oops one. 25% of the cabin.
What?
I was asking Benners if he's had any, like, what kind of, with the strangest tip. He says he's got, so what does that mean, 25% of a cabin? Like, usage?
Like a timeshare type, come use my cabin in the middle of the woods whenever you want cabin?
Or like, you can come stay in this room? We've also done a lot of barter. Kitchens for cars.
Tit for tat. All right. Oh my gosh, this thing's heavy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if you weren't here earlier, I don't have the van with me. That has the DeWalt stuff, so I can't use the DeWalt corded
awesome.
drill or cordless corded miter saw. I have to use this beast of a backup saw.
We traded it for a Jeep, a kitchen for a Jeep. We traded it for a truck. We traded. Well, hi, Wes.
Someone leaving?
I thought you were answering. I thought it was Benner's answered, and it's Wes.
I can't hear you.
It was Wes answering about the 25%. I thought it was Benner's, but it was Wes.
Oh.
So he did like a renovation on a cabin, and then they sold it, and they gave him 25% of like the profit. That's pretty awesome.
Nice.
We haven't done anything quite like that. We have, like I said, we've done like a kitchen for a truck, a kitchen for a Jeep, tool trading, stuff like that, or a partial trade. We've done,
some girl gave us like
self-protection.
Some girl gave us like 5 pounds of honey.
Yeah,
as
like
a tip.
A lifetime supply. Well, several years supply of honey. We've been given bottles of stuff that we didn't use. Like, here's my moonshine. We didn't use it or drink it, but
I make these great mushrooms in the back.
Yeah. Would you like some mushrooms? No, thank you.
Yeah, we've gotten some interesting stuff over the years.
If I help you in the shop, what would that do? A 1940 Victorian stereo.
Nice.
Have you ever featured that on anything? That'd be really cool. Or Victor. I can't talk today. I need some coffee. I know what you're saying. We finally figured out, I don't know if you were around here when we were looking at this impossible cone thing, but we had a customer give us this when we did some columns for their home in South Carolina. It took us, we didn't know what it was. We had it like almost like a desk, just sat it on a desk. He uses this as a dunce cap now, like for the guys when they come in, if there's a thing that needs maintenance or whatever, he puts it on top of it. I guess it's called an impossible cone, but basically he'll set it on top of it and know that either that needs repair or maintenance. Yeah. He was asking if you could see it.
Sure.
Oh yeah, definitely free food at restaurants. Disney tickets.
Yeah, Disney tickets.
SeaWorld tickets.
It
Universal Studios tickets.
Goes all the way through. Kind of looks like a Walmart
it goes
emblem.
even upside down.
What do you mean? I think you can put it in that way.
The other way. Yeah, well, both ways, really.
Yeah, you can put it any way. You can have it just.
We couldn't figure it out ever. I just used ChatGPT. Benner's guess pretty close. But he basically puts it on the tools as a don'ts cap.
Yeah. Yeah, if that one's not working, I would just put it on top. That way you remember it's not working. But I'll just keep it there.
Correct. Slides
there.
into itself.
Yeah, it's
He made it off a 3D printer.
Yeah, it's 100. It's kind of cool. It's 100% either way, which is actually pretty cool because it looks. Your brain tells you small there, big here, and it'll go in and
But
jump.
the only person who knew for like a year, we've had it for over a year, was like an 8-year-old kid who came into the shop one day with their parent, and he knew exactly what it was, and we never really paid too much attention to it. And then for the last year, we've been trying to figure out what it was again. They're kind of fun because they're like fidgety toys, like a squishy or Play-Doh back in the day. What was our version of that? I don't know. Like those, we were talking about that the other day. Not a yo-yo.
There was so much in the 80s and 90s that you could. I just did a thing where I saw a banquet, like those little banquet like eating tables. Somebody had a bunch of stickers on them. It gave me a lot
of stuff that's tactile.
Gen X kind of thing. We had those. We had tons of stuff we got out like gumball machines. That like everybody remember those little hands that were like on the jelly cord you'd swack each other with, but you can throw them on glass and they would stick on the glass.
Wouldn't you get those out of the gumball machines?
Yeah, you got them out of the gumball machines.
Like slap somebody with them?
Yeah. Super fun.
That's why, though, we all beat each other up. But it was okay. Dodgeball.
Yeah, nobody was safe.
I mean, Red Rover, what kind of sick person thought of let's tomahawk you in the neck?
A boomer. Had to have been a boomer.
Just for their own amusement?
Yep. Had to have been a boomer.
Let's watch these kids get, jabbed in the throat and let them run at each other.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like running through and clotheslining your best friend? I mean, come on. That's great. Yeah, we had some violent, and they played them in school, like violent games, like the chair game or whatever that is, where you go around the chair, then the music stops, and you just like beat the hell out of the person next to you. That way they don't sit in your chair. Yeah, if you can think of any good games, they used to play like round robin or.
That was musical chairs.
Musical chairs, yeah. Dodgeball, yeah. Who knows, man? Those weren't just games. They were building a certain personality and work ethic and survivability in your personality.
They weren't all fun, though. Some of them are pretty cruel.
If you're a guy, they were fun. Oh. Helps to have a vac on. That you just blow crap all over the shop. It doesn't help that much anyway. This saw doesn't have great dust collection.
King of the Hill?
I can't hear you.
Like King of the Hill.
Oh, King of the Hill was fun too. Good in Florida, there weren't too many hills unless it was like. I mean, we played King of the Monkey Bars, King of those.
The closest you come to hills in Florida are landfills.
Oh, dude. I mean, we had those metal. Well, one thing, the metal roll, or the what are they called? The turnstile. The
Think about the slides?
No, not the slides. The merry-go-rounds. You had the merry-go-rounds that we would just try to spin people off the face of the earth in.
But we had those. Boys almost break my nose.
We had those metal domes. That was like Thunderdome back in the day. Like, two shall enter, one will leave, and you beat the ever-loving snot out of each other.
What was the thing where everybody would pile on top of one kid? Like
every day? I don't know.
No, I mean like.
Yeah, there was something about it.
There's a term for that.
Pile on.
Big pile. I don't know.
Maybe pig pile. I don't remember. Maybe if somebody knows, they know.
I don't even know why that was
Mulch
done.
pile.
Okay.
Yeah, we had some violent sports back in the day, or games.
The problem with is the small shop.
Might be showing our age though. You might want to stop. I'm only 25.
Yeah. The merry-go-rounds?
Huh?
They're just talking about fault. The problem
Oh
with
gosh, I moved the
model
back over
shops is
here.
nobody else is going
I
to
don't
come
even
fix
turn
your
the back
stuff. We have
on.
to do that too. We have a couple people who can help, but
I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't know about me. There we go.
I don't know what those were called. The thing of the switch and spin thing. What's your almost? You hit 25K recently, didn't you? Congratulations. Sit and spin. Yeah, that's it. We're basically making landings. We already had cut down all the stairs earlier today, so we're making the landings for them. Kind of been in the shop all week this week.
I'm just gonna cut, so keep everybody busy.
We got a whole bunch of wrap-up jobs and then like 9 custom jobs coming up. So a lot of stuff kind of getting out so we can make room. But we'll be on most of the week, off and on, trying to work on clearing things out, plus trying to get ahead of everything. Anybody else have any plans for the week? Well, the monkey bars were fun. But I used to get blisters on your hands for those, or just burn your hands raw. They didn't have the covers, like the sun covers, like we do now on a lot of the playground sets. They have covers now, but you would just melt your hands off. It's like going down a metal slide and basically burning the back of the leg. You guys use your projects for lumber or anything, where do you normally get them? Do you get them just in the box store, Facebook Marketplace? We have a few vendors we use most of the time. Or like you said, we outsource them, arborists, things like that. Vendors, when you say you have 2 hour drive, where do you go to? I think the art of trading is pretty much gone for a lot of people. Barter and trade. We had a lot of that when we came up to the Carolinas. We did not. A lot of people just answer, I want cash, which is completely understandable. But we used to get a lot of really cool trades, interesting relationships with people, and the art of trading has kind of died out. Kind of unfortunate. It was always kind of a game for Mike. He would see like, hey, I want this. Let's see what we can do. Just like an extra hobby. I'll have to see if that's any better. We're getting new mics and I think a camera is coming in later on this week when it's not plugged into the phone, just to make it a little bit easier. Hopefully that's a little better. I don't know. Wes, you still here? Or did you disappear? Let me know if that sounds any better. I just shifted the mic a little bit. We have the AC down enough now that you almost have to wear a jacket. Well, at least I do.
All right. I'm going to clean these joints up just a little bit on everything. Move the camera around that way everybody can see.
So if you're just joining us, we're working on some stair landings today.
And then I'll start sanding.
Treads, cabinetry.
I'll wheel you around real quick to kind of get a better view of the miter saw. We don't use this all the time. This is a Grizzly. I don't think they make these anymore. T3165 or 35. It's a very good saw. It's kind of like the jet saw, but it's got a great one-sided laser. It's on the left side of the blade, and the light is phenomenal. So it's kind of a what do they call it? It doesn't have the the light's on this side, which is crazy. So you kind of got a side to the left. It's almost like left side oriented because you got the laser on the left and you got the light that's on the right, which shows a casting shadow to the left. We don't use it very often. It's like the biggest saw we have for a miter saw. It does a pretty good job, but it's not my favorite. I much prefer the Capex, or there's all the cut and sanded treads. These are all the landing treads. And then I'm just going to run the hand plane just to kind of clean them up a little bit, and then we'll get to sanding on the stuff. There's a little bit of tear out here and there. There's a little bit of imperfectionness to it all. And who doesn't like that? That's satisfying, isn't it? Again, I'm not using a large hand plane. I'm just trying to shave it down just a little bit. And I'll take this out to the field too with me in case I have to do a modification in the field with it. I will hopefully be getting a lot more hand planes in the future. I'd like a few more. That way I can do a little bit more hand work. I know. All pun aside, I would like to have the opportunity or the time to build a couple things without having to use the modern tools. But yeah, that's oak. That shaves pretty good. I probably got to sharpen it pretty soon. Something there. But it's pretty good. Pretty satisfying too to run a hand plane over something. It's even more satisfying to run a hand plane over something that you've sharpened. Now, this is already done, but I mean, just to run that over, there's no Japanese hairline stuff there, but there's a bow there. There we go, got that out. So usually if there's a bow or a machine mark over here or over here, I'll go a few inches back and in and then hit it. It's so smooth of an area that you don't really have to go crazy on it. I got to cut. So what I'll do is I'll put that here because that one's ready to be sanded. This one I got to cut out first and then I'll sand it. And then the other one over there too. We'll cut that out before I sand anything. But I know I should be using a bigger hand plane. I know I should use multiple passes on the joiner. But you do what you want to do. And how comfortable it makes you on any of this stuff, really. It's pretty smooth. And if you have to, you could always, if this is holding you up in the field, I'll do is I'll run half of it and I'll cut this down 2 glides. That way it'll go on super good. You'll never see it. I got a 1/4 inch here. I got 3/16 here. Again, I'm just trying to clean it up just enough to where it's not going to be an issue. So using a little plane, you have to put a lot more pressure on it to make sure you're straight and level. And that's why I'm kicking off probably a lot of this back deflection because probably it was bowed or something. Like I said, if I have to, I'll shave it up on site and I'll just put a little bit of stain on it. Or even Sharpie because it is ebony. Make sure my Mic was still on. You want to ride over there? Yeah, all right. Let's go the other way with that. How about that? Since that's peeling out so much grain. Let's go the other way. There we go. That's better. Yeah, if you're tearing out grain, switch it, go the other way. And you should look. I didn't look. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This grain, I definitely run that way probably with it. Yeah. Like I said, I'll look later. I'll put it together. I want to spline it together before I stain it anyway. So I'll make any kind of small adjustments after I get it all sanded and make the splines for it. All right, so all that is that side. I know this side I already did both sides, and then I did this one already too. So all I got is these two left over here to kind of just clean up just a little bit with the hand plane. I'm not going crazy. I'm not trying to do anything nutty. I'm just trying to clean it up enough. Just enough, y'all. Make sure there's nothing really going on there. And this is pretty much what these tables are made for. Yeah, we're gonna like, subscribe, leave a comment. We're probably gonna go live a lot this week because we're just gonna be in the shop most of the week. All week, most of the week.
Almost the whole week.
Yeah, almost the whole week. Try to get some stuff done. We got a big material order coming in. Just all kinds of stuff like that. So we'll have to be here. And why not go live? Hang out with y'all. Again, I'm more interested in bees.
So just put in your earbuds, and if you can't watch, listen.
Hopefully my sarcasm didn't make anybody leave. It almost rhymed. I didn't think that one through. All right, what you got?
Are you going to put in the knobs?
Yeah. I'm just going to blind drill them just right through. I just got to put a bit on it. Just eyeball it. Eyeball it through. Then you can put them on or whatever, but that's not a big deal.
That way we can load those in the car.
Yeah, then I got to screw the tops down to them. We'll put them in the car. But yeah, that's we just made those. They're just butcher block tops with some cabinets. This one's really dirty. Don't judge us on this. It just needs to be wiped off. But that's the look. We made the bases out of other material. Did some scribe around them, and they're just going to be like Haltries drop zone for dog stuff, and then a drop zone for keys and whatnot, like a mini pantry type thing, because that one goes in the kitchen. But anyway, this is the mess I just made. Not a big deal. I'll sweep that up real quick. That way I'm not walking on it or slipping on it. And then I'm going to change sanders, and I'm going to sand a little bit. So I know everybody doesn't like sanding, besides a few of you. I saw a few of you really like sanding. Doesn't matter to me. It's got to be done no matter what.
Sanding?
Sanding?
No, sanding has to be done no matter what.
It's got to be done no matter what. You got to do it. It's got to be done. Gotta be done.
Sanding, some people don't like sanding. Some people don't like painting.
If you don't sand, it looks like crap. Nobody wants to pay for it.
It's okay.
I don't know about
think
you,
it's
but I
boring.
like getting paid. Well, we do what we do. And we like what we do, so that helps.
Some people think it's relaxing.
How many of them out there do their YouTube for a living, or related like we do, related jobs for a living, and how many have a job and then do the YouTube hobby on the side after hours on weekends?
So do you mean that what their channel is what they do for a living? So do you mean like whatever they're showing on YouTube?
Yeah.
Like that's what they do for a living? Or
Yeah,
is
so
it
if you
are they
make jewelry
hobbyists?
and you make purses on YouTube, is that what you do full time and you just make content out of what you do full time? Or are you doing a day job or something else, and then at night and on weekends, your time off, are you going on YouTube doing your hobby?
I would think more are doing it as a hobby, if I'm guessing. But I mean,
everybody probably wants their hobby to become what they do all the time. But I'm just curious, just kind of asking.
Benner's saying what's in my name, weekend. Just a hobby.
Yeah. But that's great, I mean,
this was always kind of a side thing that we did. Well, you've already talked about that some, but that was always a side thing that we did. You did.
We did too. You helped me all the way through. It didn't really matter. I mean,
we worked
hanging cabinets or redoing somebody's kitchen.
All the way through until, the business. Your phone's red. You're going to have to charge your phone eventually.
Yeah, it'll probably die.
We're going to get a separate camera and mics pretty soon because
I was trying to have YouTube pay for it. Like my money from YouTube, but I don't think that's going to happen. I didn't really want to. I mean, the iPhone's great, but I don't know. I don't really want to be the. And that's the whole thing too. With being a hobby person, or a craft person, or a full-time company doing stuff, I don't really want another full-time job of editing and producing. Now I like the,
maybe one day if you have if
I have an intern, maybe. I like the score of it all, the music pick, the setting the right music to tone, and even the right song in motion. That way it.
But you don't want to spend the next 10 hours a day doing that.
I'm not gonna.
You'd rather build cabinetry.
Yeah, I'd rather just build stuff. No offense, guys, but yeah, I'd rather. If that's something I had to do, I probably wouldn't do as much content as we do. Since I do it on the iPhone and it's right in front of my face and it's easy to grab, I check the time, I make a video, I do a short. We're not doing that many shorts this week. We're going to try to go a little bit live, and I'll stop maybe in the beginning or at the end and make a short or two to put up. But
we were recording stuff anyway when we finish jobs, whether it's us on the job or a couple of our other people doing it. We always ask them to record. We just decided to make it into content.
Yeah.
Hence why we have a lot of content. We only started this year.
Yeah, we
not working, but YouTube.
Yeah, we just started pretty much publishing in like February 1st. And then we released the shot video for the other one shortly after that, or the month later, I'm not really sure. And then we just been doing it leisurely. Then we started picking up momentum when we started picking up subscribers and trying to hit some goals.
Also, too, when they came out with a, hey, we're going to double up.
Yeah. Hey, that's great that these these old guys, that not even the old guys, you have the young people, they put out a video a month that what their grandfathered in, and we're going to let them slide and putting out content and pay them. But we're going to make all you jump through more hoops than we ever had them do because, well, we just want to do it, think it's funny. I mean, if people aren't getting the views and people aren't joining in,
you enjoy this either way, though.
Yeah, but your channel isn't going to grow anyway. If somebody's putting it minimal effort, they're going to get minimal results. But if somebody's putting in maximum effort, kind of like I see out there with all of us, they shouldn't raise the bar on the little guy. That's a real what move to do, and it's kind of not discouraging, but you're going to have all these guys that only release a video once a month. And all the new guys are going to go to, was it Twitch? You can go on Twitch now. You can go on TikTok. They don't pay as much. I heard Twitch does a lot better than even YouTube. It's more of a UK thing, but you can join. A lot of the UK people and makers are on that. And I was going to look into that.
Twitch or whatever he's talking about?
Yeah, check it out. I heard it from a podcaster, some little Ireland girl. She's highly political and kind of crazy. But she was talking that she doesn't make hardly the money from her YouTube account that she does. And she has like 250,000 subscribers that she does from her Twitch account. From all her platforms, Twitch is the one that pays her the most.
I'll have to look that up.
Don't be taking my Twitch idea. All right, I got to get to standing.
Especially at nighttime. I never really watched YouTube at night. And then I'm a very early morning person. I usually get up at 4 a.m. And then Mike showed me a couple of interesting YouTube channels, like in the middle of the night. And there's some channels that have some character.
There's some people. I don't know.
Definitely character out there.
I don't know. Y'all are normal. At least normal to me. Some of this stuff is like jumping down the wrong rabbit hole, man. It's scary. It's kind of those people that when you're coming home from something and it's 2:00 and you go into the convenience store and you see that person, you don't know if they're gonna lick you, bite you, or take off all their clothes and dance around. That's the kind of stuff you see. It's weird.
We would still do it anyway. I mean, we're going to continue to do it. Well, we've had social media accounts for the businesses.
I haven't. This is my first go.
Media. This is his first go around.
I've never had social media. I just jumped right in the deep end. Didn't care.
Ugh. I think he just figured he'd just go all in.
Yeah, why not, right? You ain't gonna go big, go home.
But either way, we would do it only because some of it showcases what we do as well.
Yeah, and that's
just another platform.
Just another platform. Plus, our family can kind of keep track of what we're doing. All right, so if you know about Festival Sanders, that's fantastic. We have a few. I don't have every one of them. We have the Rotec 6-inch, which is an awesome, phenomenal sander.
We have a few.
Yeah, we have a few. But it's like a grinder. It's extreme. You'll see it. It'll take off material like no one's business. And if you're not paying attention, it'll take off your shirt too if you get it caught in it. I literally had one that ripped right off. This is more of a buffer. This is the one we got an extra one of because they discontinued. They're both called the 150, but this is a ETS 150. fine, and this one has a fine and coarse also setting, which is kind of cool. You just flip it back and forth. That's fine. That's coarse, what they call it, but it's not. This is the fine because this is the 5, and they have a 3. So on this model, they actually made a selector switch to give you both. This one, you had to buy both machines. Now, this is a $650 machine. This was a $350 before the tariffs. Then it jumped up to $450, and they just now discontinued it this month. But this is awesome for buffing, especially when we do the kitchen countertops for the Corian and buffing, because it has weight to it too. So the stature of it helps with the sanding because it is a heavier machine, and you can hold it like a gun kind of trigger system. You can lock it, which is really nice, and then you can use your palm to put pressure on too. But I've really found this is a great machine. The Rotec though will take off some material, and then we have a bunch more. We'll pull out the sanders, and I'll make a video of it. I don't want everybody to think that's all we talk about is Festool here. Just 80% of it. But yeah, I love these things. We utilize the heck out of them. They are what they are. All right, I got to cut these real quick to size. That way, not to size, the finish kind of piece on it. We get set up here. I can use a jigsaw, or I can use the multi-tool. Yeah, we're going to look into that Twitch thing, y'all. She might be doing it now.
I'm going to try to look it up real quick. Might as well.
Yeah, look it up. See what you think. Tell us all.
See what it says.
Do I want to get... All right. I need to get a few things. I'm going to keep right back.
So it says it's built around people watching you live, chatting while you work, following your channel, and eventually subscribing and donating. Twitch starts mainly with gaming. Still says that YouTube has a bigger advantage. I don't know. It's worth maybe looking at. It's kind of hard. With our company, we have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and now YouTube. At a certain point, that's kind of a lot. It says it can be an add-on. It's mostly for like conversational things, creative makers and crafting and stuff, and chatting.
We're right in there.
And that's something we could look at.
I mean, I don't know if you can double up and send them live. They had both of them running, so she had both running at the same time. She was YouTubing and she was Twitching. So where she had two cameras, maybe the camera was fed up on both, but somehow she had both of them broadcast at the same time off of the one feed.
That sounds fun for me.
Yeah, that's a
I guess you can like sim stream.
Hey, you know what the definition of leader is? Delegation.
So who's delegating here? Who's
Yeah, I'm delegating that one out. That's a you thing, not a me thing. That sounds technical. Ugh.
Yes, another.
We still broadcasting?
Us to wear.
My camera is about to die. So if we do, I'm still going to be here for a while. I might go live again.
Gotta let the phone charge like an hour.
Yeah, I got to let the phone charge about an hour, guys. But I will be back because I got tons of work I got to do. There's also some other stuff I got to do in here. So
if you're just logging in, we'll be back in probably about an hour.
Yeah, we'll be back about 4 Eastern Standard Time, right?
Correct.
About 4. So back at 4, come back and see us. We'll talk and all kinds of fun
Pick up,
stuff.
but we got to let the mics charge and the phone charge.
We'll let everything charge up. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, enter to win the appreciation giveaway. Anything else you got to add?
Not right now.
Not right
I guess
now.
I currently have to look up how to do Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Yeah, it's like juggling and driving at the same time while drinking
YouTube
and eating a sandwich. All right, y'all. Be safe.